Oh, it didn't come off completely.
He didn't have a sin.
Hold on, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna do this. You might be able to. You might be
Set it
able
up against this.
to look. You see this over here.
Push it back. He didn't have a scintilla. Perfect. He didn't have a scintilla. You like that? Those boys. Those boys. Those boys. He didn't have a scintilla, baby. He didn't have a scintilla. Hey, hello. How are you?
What's going on?
How's it going?
We're about to get our munch on.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We did say we were going to be going live more. So we're going live today.
The last time we tried to go live, it wasn't successful because of the connection, but for some reason it uploaded still to the channel. How are you going to embarrass this Asian like this? You can't even speak. Hear that music in the background? It's lit.
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, why am I on there? That is not okay.
Oh, beautiful.
There you go.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Scintilla.
Is that light okay?
Yeah, I think it is. It's a little bit dark.
Okay.
We got some pretty interesting things coming up, guys.
You got look at that avocado. The avocado. And then you have that salsa right there. Salsa. You got your nachos here. You got some salmon coming out here in a minute. This is how you eat before you go to the gym. This is how you eat before you go to the gym. Get it in.
We have some interesting stuff coming up, guys.
To answer your question, 5,000, I won't be talking about anything related to languages on this channel, so you may want to save your questions. I might want to be answering because this is not a language channel. You guys know what kind of channel this is, so we're not going to talk about language.
Yeah, this channel is about the corruption in Ohio. Dealing with the courts, the corrupt courts. And the racketeering enterprise that they have going on.
This is not a language channel, so I won't be talking about anything regarding languages. They jamming up in here, up in this piece.
Yeah, and the battle, like we said last week, the battle has just begun against these judicial officials. We're going to be hitting and hammering them with everything we got coming up. We got some very supportive, important people in our back corner, and we're going to be going up against them.
It's about to be crazy. There'll be some crazy times coming up.
Never give up, guys. When you do something, never ever ever give up.
I think somebody just asked you something. They asked you how you learn the basics of law.
How did I learn the basics? I read it. Just reading. Just reading.
You gotta know how to read.
And there's many parts to knowing how to read. Knowing how to read is just not looking at the words and saying the words. It's really going through the words, reading the words, understanding what you have read. And if you didn't understand what you have read, you have to keep going back go back and go back. If you have to find the definition of each word and find out how each word is used, then you have to go to every major extent that you need to go to get the understanding that you need.
This man over here is an information beast.
And yes, we will be representing ourselves. We will not be putting a lawyer through that.
The lawyer won't be able to handle that.
Yeah, because he'll get blackballed behind the scenes.
Unfortunately.
They said when is the next hearing?
Well, we'll see.
Well, we haven't. That is not yet established. Now we're gonna take these people out. We're gonna take them down.
They commit so many. They got so many. Wow.
They got so many enumerated violations.
It's like more than 20, isn't it?
Well, it's about it's 35 qualifying enumerated offenses, but I think we got like a solid eight, between 8 and 9 solid ones on them, and that's just under the RICO law.
That's a lot, man.
And then they have more.
That's a lot.
Everything yummy so far?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. I'll take this one. I ain't say that. So used to having meal. I saw your question. It disappeared. It popped up for a minute.
Yeah, they thought it was over. It ain't over. It ain't never gonna be over. Like I said about a year and a half ago, this thing is fresh every day until everybody get their punishment. Time is not gonna make anything change.
And they got a hold of a bulldog. He's spending a lot of money on this lawsuit. Absolutely. Ain't no money being spent over here.
No.
That's the beauty of being pro se. That's the beauty of being pro se. You learn everything by yourself. You don't have to pay all that You don't have to be paying all this money for somebody not to represent you legitimately.
Yeah, because they build the hell out of you until you say, okay, just settle the case. It's so manipulative.
Keep playing with you.
Well, we don't really have a best one because they all good for their own thing. But getting back to what scam you should look out for when dealing with a lawyer. You should look out for how they continue cases. Sometimes they'll keep continuing it and continuing it and continuing it. So you can get frustrated and say, you know what, I'm tired of going through this. I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just settle. Or if they don't do that, we gonna teach Columbus, Ohio a little lesson.
Another thing to look out for is when they if you have an attorney, just pay attention to what they're saying. Like I remember my first attorney, he was saying stuff like, well, the opposing side this, opposing side that, like trying to blame stuff on the other side when it's like, okay, well, what about you? What am I paying you for? Like, I'm paying you to do this.
It's easy to see the collusion. They work in collusion because, like I said, they are officers of the court, and their first obligation is to the court, not to the client. The client is like third or fourth in place as far as priority. Their number one obligation is to the court. That's what happens when you don't know your own rights and you don't represent yourself. People been hoodwinked. And see, when you're represented by a lawyer, a lot of times the outcome of the case is already pre-decided. Everybody decide what's going to get done.
What's up, Silver? Oh yeah, I just remember something else. Like another one of my attorney. I think he was my second. He was my second attorney. Jeffrey Anderson. Mm-hmm. Another thing, speaking on like paying attention to what they saying, he was like, he told me, he said, opposing counsel gonna starve you out. Opposing counsel gonna starve you out. Now you tell me if that attorney was working in my best interest, opposing counsel gonna starve me out. And so what do you want to do? You gonna just sit there and let her starve me out? Maybe they just desperate, trying to hurry up and wrap up the case, and just making all kinds of just sloppy. Just got real sloppy. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they do trade-offs. They say, I'll get you on this one, and when the next one, I got you on the next one. So it's like trading cards. How they play with people's lives, and that's the price that you have to pay for not knowing your rights. When you don't know your rights, you leave it in everybody else's hands, and they do whatever they need to do to maximize their profits. So if that's dragging the case out, then they drag the case out. Okay? And they ignore the Constitution, they ignore the law with impunity. Unless it's someone to go up against them.
What's up, Mike? What's up?
There is no such thing as an outdated law unless that law has been repealed. If a law is no longer applicable, it'll be repealed. You'll go to that law and it'll say repealed. Furthermore, the United States Constitution is the master of all those laws. It controls all those laws. So that's why they have oaths of office. And like we talked about, they may be able to get judicial immunity because of the era that we've been walked into, okay? Now, a lot of times they shouldn't be getting that judicial immunity. They should be held liable in their individual capacity. But since they do get judicial immunity, sometimes that doesn't kill the claim. You go after the municipality. The municipality can be held liable under a Mondale claim. Under a Mondale claim, the municipality can be held liable. So they'll have to take the federal hit. We can't really say the U.S. court system is the best because we haven't been through any other systems. This is the only system we know. So, and it's too early to decide. Yes, these criminals, they have done a lot of things and they have committed a lot of violations, but we're not going to just say, okay, it's a doomsday and they win. We're not going to let that happen because there's more than one way to do things. Okay? There's more than one way to get things done. If someone beat you, it's because you let them. If someone beat you, I'm going to say it again. If somebody beat you, that's because you let them. Okay? Okay? Well, I mean, it can work in favor of the rich if you let it. Okay? Just like the story of the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise wins. The tortoise wins in that story. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing applies because you have to be diligent. You have to go through the cheating that they cheat. You have to take that. Learn from it. Transform your plan. Transform your approach. Go at them. Keep going at it. Keep going, and keep going. Be the water drip that drip in the same spot. You ever see a water drip dripping from somewhere constantly? When you look on the ground and it's rusty spots all on the ground, that water drop can do a lot of damage. So, you know, you have to just keep going at it, keep dripping at it, keep going at it, keep drilling at it. You don't give up. You don't give up. And like we said, when we get done with these people, their names will not be shit. Their names is not going to be anything. Okay? And there's nothing they can do. We're going to talk about them. We're going to dog them. So they're already paying the price. It's a win-win situation because they have to continue this mess to make a profit, to get their illegal profits. They've been continuing this mess on a number of people, like they did to Chance Capital.
How are you able to be pro se? You don't understand us over here. Taking information too well and stick to it. Especially when there's passion involved. That's one thing that we have in common. Taking the information, remembering the information.
They shouldn't have did what they did. It's too late. It's too late for apologies. It's too late for all that. It's too late for settlements. It's too late for, okay, let's do this. No, okay, let's get your ass kicked. Okay, it's too late for all that. They did what they did. They gotta pay the price. It's not
he don't know who we talking to. He don't know what he's talking about.
This is not about money. This is not about money. This is about crimes against humanity. This is not about money. This is not about money at all. It's about crimes against humanity. Organized attacks on people. They facilitate the organized attacks on people.
They've been doing it for a long time.
Nothing is in vain. That's a child's mentality. Nothing is in vain. Nothing.
That's what we dealing with. We dealing with kids.
Gentlemen,
Thank you.
I'll be back with all your trimmings. Tabasco. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I didn't see your I seen somebody ask me something, but I didn't see it in time. I just got my food.
No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have moved.
If I forgot to mention it, don't touch the black plate. It's hot.
Okay.
There you are.
Thank you so much.
Anything you need right away.
Not at the
Enjoy
moment.
lunch.
Thank you.
Look at that. That's you. Look at that baby. Damn. Wait, I gotta hold this phone up for a minute. Look at that baby. You see that? Yeah. Nice meal before the gym today. Before that, we on that bike today. Oh, you ain't on that bike today. So, what do you think it means?
What they asked.
He said, "What does look how far back I am? What does that mean?"
Oh. When you understand the law that controls all laws, and you understand how that works, it's everything becomes very simple.
I bet you they ain't never seen no shit like this before. Never.
We on their ass, and we ain't coming off no time soon.
Hey, do it. Hey, do it.
Hey, Ghost Ghost. Ghost Ghost been with us for quite some time.
Yeah.
We don't need to study it. We don't really need to study the Constitution anymore. We really know it. And it's all about, like, it's not about just understanding the Constitution, but it's about yeah, it's about understanding.
You can put this up here.
It's about understanding what the framers' intention was and understanding the framework. Because see, when you understand the framework, which is the underlying basis on why each amendment was put in place and each article was put in place, then you realize that it's a self-governing system. So you can't really follow one part of it without following the other one. It takes care of itself. So the framers were very smart in how they put that together. But we have become so departed away from the provisions within that, you know, people have adopted their own customs. And it's these customs that get us all in trouble and that deprive us all of our equal rights. What else would you like to say?
I just can't believe that they don't see the stuff we've been learning. They don't teach in law school.
I mean, they teach. Just think about it.
Is it looking the way we want it?
Absolutely.
All right.
They're teaching laws in law school. They're not teaching about
Real law.
yeah, they're teaching like they're not really teaching all about supreme law and the law of voids and things like that. Because for what? Anybody else have any more questions? Any more questions about anything pertaining to the Constitution? See, here's the thing. You can't really be a member of the bar and do your own will. You can't do that. That's not real. That's TV stuff. You will be blackballed so fast, your great-great-grandmother's hair to be spinning. You can't do what you want to do.
Learning. We love to learn. That's the motivation. That's how we can stay motivated, because it's a benefit. Whenever there's a benefit,
the reason why they allow cases to be dragged out for so long is because it's a big money maker. It's a big money maker. It's a big money maker.
or what does. We want spending money, but they were so busy trying to look into our background, try to see who was helping us. That's what they were using that all that time for, trying to see who was helping us. Had us following us around, doing all
following us around, trying to break into our emails. And we have all that stuff being watched. We have all of that stuff being watched. We're even being watched right now. We have all of that stuff being watched. And they are fools. They're stupid.
Bond life. That bond life. It don't matter what they come in here think they're trying to do. It's not going to work. Our awareness level is too high. They've been trying this thing been going all this long. They got to know right now that we too smart for that. Okay, you sending students. You try to send students over to me to take my classes. Yeah, I got. I mean, I didn't say nothing to the students, but I know who I know what you're doing. You know, so anything that you do is not gonna work. You know, sending people on the videos, leaving comments, asking questions to try to have something to work with, because you ain't got shit to work with. Guys got caught committing crimes. Okay, committing crimes against somebody that didn't do anything wrong.
And we discovered that they've been doing this to people patterns for a long time.
And unfortunately, those other people, they don't know that stuff. They're not as diligent. They're not as diligent as we are, and they're not in a good position like how I am with my audience on my other channel exposure. You know, this shit about to stop because I don't know if I was doing what they doing and I got caught and trying to do this to somebody who was like got a big audience like that, and they got a YouTube channel and they exposing me and keep on saying my name, that's just not good, man.
Maureen O'Connor, Chief Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court,
That's not good.
she facilitated these crimes.
Because then somebody gonna be like, wait a minute, this is true. The big question gonna be like, is it true? What they're saying, is it true? All you gotta do is log in, go look at the court cases, look at what they did. They substantiate everything. You ain't letting us in the hearing. You ain't letting us go to court. You throwing stuff out. And normally when a case is thrown out, you gotta pay the other side legal fees.
Yeah, where's the bills for the legal fees?
No bills for the legal fees. Just throw stuff out and say, that's how you know it's not real. That's how you know it's not real. Scared. Come on, somebody. Coming on the channel, talking about somebody got their ass whooped. It's impossible. How can you get your ass whooped?
When you ain't even been in the court.
You know, there are some people that think this is.
That's crazy. They know we gonna go up in there. They can't have no niggas. Okay? They can't have no niggas going to the courtroom, mopping them up. Okay? And then being on the record so everybody else can see what they did. And see how we did it, and they can do the same thing.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Because we got all we got all the evidence. We got everything that we need. Ain't no speculation. We got everything.
We got everything we need. We got evidence. We got evidence. We got pictures. We got witnesses. We got everything. So, well, we understand why that case. We understand why that case got dropped, but we not gonna get too much into that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into that. Gonna get smoked. That's what's gonna happen. Don't know what we got. Don't know. Go in the courtroom blind. It ain't gonna matter. You try to rig some shit. It ain't gonna make no sense. It ain't gonna make no kind of sense. Shouldn't have did it. When you commit a crime, it's a risk. Every type of crime that you commit, it's a risk. It's only a matter of time before you get caught.
See, we're not practicing law. We're defending inalienable rights. We're not practicing law. Inalienable rights are higher than those laws.
This is what they don't teach you, and they don't tell you. They can't afford to tell you because it's not in their best interest to tell you, especially if they commit these crimes. We know all about it, but we ain't gonna be talking about it.
Yeah, we know all about that. We know all about that.
We know why the outcome, why all. We understand. We ain't gonna be talking about that.
Exactly. We can get to the half hour.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing to do with it. We ain't gonna talk about it. Deeper than that. Yo, your boy Loyal to Justice. What happened, Loyal to Justice? I noticed that you added me on Facebook and you removed me. Did I say anything to you to hurt your feelings? I was surprised to see you come in here. Yeah, you did. Hey. Beautiful weather.
Sounds good. Be right back.
Beautiful people. Somebody must have went on your Facebook. So somebody went on your Facebook and say, "Oh, I'm gonna take a loud shoe off. Take a loud shoe off your friends list." You probably did. Maybe you were just following me. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I was just surprised to see you come up in here when I discovered that.
You never give up. Never give up. Buffalo.
And she,
Oh yeah, that's what that's the second Buffalo.
okay, oh, okay, that's what, okay.
I think it's after 4 already. I'm sorry.
See, the thing with Ohio, they have run afoul for so long that they think that there is no ramifications for what they're doing, so they feel like they can do what they want to do. All right. So we're going to show them that they have to follow rules too. They can't just do what they want to do. They're not immune. And they're operating under the authority of the Ohio Supreme Court, which knows about this scandalous stuff. They love to tamper with records down at the Ohio Supreme Court, and they love to play on the phone.
Tampering with records. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe when O'Connor sent that note letter out and said, Mr. McCormick,
You didn't have a transcript.
you didn't have a transcript when we went down there and we got it recorded. On camera. Look at my lips. On camera. On camera. Transcript and turned in, and then you're gonna say that we didn't ever turn in the transcript. On camera.
She needs to be impeached.
What you gonna do? How you gonna fight against that? Which gonna be your speech? Oh, my clerk didn't tell me. Oh, my clerk forgot to put it in my pocket. My clerk forgot to put it in my pocket. My clerk forgot to put it in my pocket. That's gonna be your speech. Your clerk forgot to put the transcript on a docket. Is that really your speech?
They have created a culture for corruption. They have created a culture for corruption in Ohio. So it's commonplace. So we're going to break all that shit up. And they laugh at us when we say,
Don't mind Z5000 because I'm pretty sure I know who that is. Because he was on the last time I went live, he was doing the same thing on that channel. So just let him be, just let him have his fun. He's okay. Just let him have his fun. He's not doing anything over there. I figured him out a long time ago. But it's all good. Corruption is everywhere. We're not saying that it's Ohio. But see, that's where we're from, and that's where we experience all this stuff.
yeah, and they comfortable over there and they suppressing people. That's why everybody there, a lot of young people there is broke, poor, and hopeless. Damn bureaucrats got everything suppressed over there.
Yeah, it's just not Ohio. It's corruption runs everywhere, but Ohio is a special kind of animal. They got a lot of shit going on over there. They got a lot of shit going on there. We didn't see them. We researched a lot of stuff. It's ridiculous. And that's smart. What's the name of the law where you can file charges against someone who reports went down in the morning and fees that? What? I gotta see that again. I gotta see that again. Okay, there. Reports without them knowing the fees that. No, you can't. Because you got to be served properly. So if you're not served properly, how the fees won't add up if you're not served properly? You can't just find out
Yeah,
something.
because then it doesn't. They won't have no jurisdiction.
Yeah, it has to be acknowledged.
Yeah, if they're not properly served, then the court won't have jurisdiction over the subject matter.
You get, let's see, what do you get? Pick three things. Either that, or chicken wings, or sliders, or fried pickles, or chicken, blossom, boneless.
No, he didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Cheddar.
I hope that wasn't an attorney that was telling you that. You gotta truly sit down and do your own research to really see what's good. There's a lot of stuff. We learned a lot of stuff. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Where you had three different items.
These cowards don't want to go to court. How ironic.
Article 6, Clause 2 states that all any laws that's repugnant to your rights are notwithstanding supersede state constitutions, state laws, and all of that.
So, okay, I see. Over here, the right now, right. Where's this one? The boneless wings.
He didn't have a scintilla.
Cheddar bites, that's cheese, then.
He didn't have a scintilla there.
What was that stupid judge's name? And the bankruptcy court, Judge Capper,
Captain C. Preston?
Yeah, Capper C. Preston. Yeah, she was horrible. She worked at the bankruptcy court in Columbus, Ohio, Captain C. Preston. She's pitiful. She doesn't even know her constitution. She doesn't even know how it works. I wonder how she got that job. Who gave her that job?
Somebody hit her from the back. Hey, there. Somebody hit her from the back and did it. Hey, let me get her from the back.
Can I take anything for you?
This.
Can I take those out of the way?
Absolutely, I forgot about that. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Do we need anything? Are we saving them for dessert?
No dessert.
Do you want me to take the chips or leave those over there?
Oh, yeah, I need.
Hiding them from the camera.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love them too. Because we was built on rugged terrain and broken domains that trained and prepared us to battle these type of days, to remain unscathed to the day we no longer awake. That's how.
Gotta be strong, gotta be real strong and smart.
Yeah.
It's deep.
That's what it says.
Yeah, that's how they all do it.
Yeah, that's how they are. It's a culture.
That's what it's called.
Nepotism. Yeah. Michael Holbrook. Michael Holbrook with the Franklin County Court of Common Pleas Civil Division. He said, I don't care what law books you read. And he didn't care. And I understand why he said that. And I understand why he didn't care. He didn't care because they have a culture of organized judicial corruption. So they're doing what they want to do.
He was, man, you should have seen this. Man, should see his face when he was at hearing.
He looked like a
He looked
he
like a
looked like
bear.
a bear. He was like, the city filed bankruptcy. Nigga, we don't give a fuck what the Fed filed. You didn't put no order. You didn't put no order on the document.
And then gonna have my, and then when you go outside the courtroom, they had like these
The
these
TV.
TVs.
And it tells you what next case is coming up, and that's our case on the TV that was coming up next. So they was trying to have the hearing without us there, and they was going to attempt to say that we still wasn't following the court order, and we didn't show up for the status constitution.
He has a history of not following court orders. When the court order they tried to put on me wasn't even a valid court order. It wasn't even a
That was a
constitution.
legal nullity. That was repugnant to the United States Constitution, and they allowed that temporary order to last for longer than a year. Rico.
Rico. Oh, remember that Rico Suave song? Suave. That Rico Suave song.
Okay, so that,
They don't know nothing about the interest.
and that is sort of,
That's a damn shame. Half of the people that work in that building, they don't even know as much. They don't even know. We learned more than them. We in less than a year learned more than them, and they went to law school, got on a degree. They don't even know that. They don't even know half of that stuff. And we sat down with them and asked them questions. They will smoke them. They'll get smoked. They don't know that stuff. They probably know a lot. They know a lot now that they've been watching us. They've been paying attention, but they don't know half of that stuff. Ironically, spend all that money going to school for nothing. I know how can you have dignity? How can you have dignity in some shit that you can't go?
They got ripped off. They'll be paying for that for the rest of their lives. That's it for me.
It's a grill. Yeah, and then your Cali one has the dust.
We didn't have a Cinderella.
Better, but I feel whatever
We didn't have a sin. It was so funny. Oh yeah, let me tell y'all this real quick. Tell y'all this real quick. It was so funny. It was so funny when this bankruptcy thing was going on. The Tim Regal, the attorney that was on
With the law office of Baby Cavalieri in Columbus, Ohio, Tim Regal.
they try to hold a deposition. They held a deposition and went to the deposition. And Mark had did the relief from stay. It was like this, it was this thick. It was this thick. He comes in there with the relief from stay, or
I'm sorry.
he comes in with the relief from stay, the paper. And then he like he like drops him on the table like this. And he was like, so he's like, what is this? He said, do you know what this is? He said, like where did it come from? Like, who did it for? Like, how did you? And I said,
Yeah, we both had knowledge on that.
And he was like, where? He said, can you explain to me what this is?
Like you wasn't gonna know what that was. He was doing that. He thought you wasn't gonna know what that was because he was thinking that I just did that by myself, or that I did that for you.
Yeah. And they got smoked. They got smoked at the deposition. Talking about some. Hey, I'm exercising my rights. I told him, I said, look, I plead the fifth. I ain't answer nothing. I'm gonna answer what I want to answer. You ask me what school I went to, yeah, I'll tell you what I went to. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna answer questions that I want to answer. That I'm gonna answer. And he gonna look at he gonna tell me he was getting frustrated. Look, he looked at like he was getting frustrated, and then he looked at the court reporter, and he was like, how did the pony would it? How did answer the question? I looked at her and I was like, what you mean? I said, did you not hear what I said? I said, I'm not answering your question.
I'm with that.
Okay, I'm not answering your question. I didn't even look at the court reporter and tell her.
Yeah, like she was gonna do something.
Like, tell them to answer the question. I ain't answering nothing.
They better be lucky it wasn't me because I would have looked at them and I would have been like, what makes you think that bitch gonna give me the answer to the question? That bitch ain't gonna be able to, she ain't gonna be able to tell me to answer no question. She ain't got no power.
Yeah, I'm like, I looked at him and he got real frustrated and because he was trying to do his deposition for 2 days. He said, well, we gonna have another deposition. And I said, and at the end of the deposition, I said, okay, we done here? I said, we done here? I said, we back here tomorrow? And then he was like, well, if you answer all the questions, you won't have to just answer all the questions. I said, nope. I said, same time tomorrow? He said, and he was like, no, he gonna put the paperwork in. And they didn't have the second deposition. And I got up and I tried to shake his hand. I said, I was like, nice talking to you, sir. I tried to shake his hand like a man. And then his hand was like this. Look, it was soft. His hand was like soft. Like he was like surprised, like, fuck, what the hell are you gonna shake my hand for? And then he had made this comment. He had made this comment. He was like, at the end of the deposition, he was like, well, because I can't remember what was said, but I was like, well, I'm just pro se. I said, I'm learning. I said, I'm pro se. I said, I'm not an attorney, I'm pro se. And then he gonna make this statement. He was like, well, it shows. He said, you're doing a terrible job representing yourself. He said, you're doing a terrible job representing yourself. And I looked at him, I said, look, man, I said, that's what life is all about. Life is about learning, right? I'm pro se. I'm not an attorney. I had to learn from scratch. Life is about learning. And he looked at me like, he was staring at me like, this motherfucker brought up philosophy. He's ripping up. I mean, the way he looked, but it was funny. I was trying to shake his hand, and his hand was like this, like he didn't want to shake my hand. And then we had some hearings, and they got destroyed in bankruptcy court. They got destroyed, man. They got their asses whooped. All they did, they got raped, okay, because they don't know the law, and they got help.
Yeah, they held up. You sent something to the Sixth Circuit, your brief, by next day mail, and it didn't get there until 2 days later.
Yeah, because they held up the mail. No.
Yeah, you want me to take these away or
You can take these away.
take yours too?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So next time, not bring you all the stuff?
Well, normally I eat everything but the cheese and sour cream, but today was a different kind of day.
Okay.
I think I had too many Doritos before I came here.
In the future, if you don't eat cheese and sour cream and you want extra guacamole, you can let us know.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but it was we went through a lot, but see, like he said, like it's just like how he said, it's a lot of shit that we went through, but we were built for this. We had a rough childhood growing up. We went through hell. And thank God for that, because what we went through helped us be who we are today. That shit that they did, it's like water right off a duck's back, and they just all they doing is just making it worse for themselves. They commit all these crimes, and they build up statues, and they're gonna have to explain how. They're gonna have to explain, like, well, how is that making sense? Why y'all do this and why y'all do this? Because they never been in this situation before. They never been in this situation.
They got
before.
trapped.
Yeah,
They got trapped. They trapped.
And then and even the attorneys know, because the attorney, when we were in the bankruptcy, he had said something to the judge. He said, Your Honor, they're just trying to trick someone. he said, Your Honor, they're just trying to trick someone, because he know they trick themselves.
Yeah, he offered a settlement, and we was like, we don't want that settlement. We don't want that settlement.
Yeah, so the question is this. This is the question. If you didn't do anything wrong, why are you calling my phone and asking me to take a settlement offer? if your client didn't do anything wrong, why are you calling my phone trying to settle with me? And then once we there you go. So why are you calling my phone trying to make a settlement with me? And then when we go to the we rejected it, and then we go to these hearings and y'all just throwing shit out. And still being consistent that your client didn't do anything. So your client didn't do anything, but you calling my phone trying to make a settle off with me. These people full of shit, man.
Yeah.
When they get that, this is what they do. When they lose, they fight to lose, they get help from the people in the back. That's what they do.
Thank you.
So I never know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so like when they lose, it's when you lose, they getting these help. It's very clear that they getting help. I mean, it's like,
Just need the top one sign for me, please.
Okay,
Y'all
thank
have a
you.
great day.
You as well. Thank you so much.
I asked that lady.
Yeah, they get help. They make their little phone calls, but they were being watched. Everything. We have everything. We have everything we need. We have it all.
yeah, I mean it's beautiful. It's beautiful because they gave us knowledge that we didn't even know. But this type of knowledge, I mean, we didn't even know about this stuff, man. This is amazing knowledge. It's amazing.
And the bankruptcy, it stays all lawsuits against someone. When you file bankruptcy, it stays all lawsuits unless unless the people a part of the lawsuit puts in something called a relief from that stay. Then the case will proceed against you. But other than that, it stays all the lawsuits when you file bankruptcy. It stays it as of the day that you file bankruptcy.
Yeah, because we ain't gonna go over an hour. We got like about 2-3 minutes. We gonna shut it down because we gonna head back to the dungeon. Got some work to do. But yeah, we appreciate you guys' support. We really do. And you know, this channel started off rough. There was a lot of emotions going on. I was really upset. And I mean, this stuff that we going through, anybody, a normal person won't be able to handle that. You know, kids involved. You know, I'm a very faithful, loyal person. You know, and they screwed around with my family like that, with my kids. Took my kids away like that, man. I mean, that's murder shit. I could have been a normal person, just went up and just killed all the motherfuckers. You know, but you know, we don't work like that. We don't work like that. We gonna do worse than that. This shit gonna fuck.
We gonna beat them at their own game.
Yeah, beat you at your own game. Gonna wish your ass was dead. You know. So, and this is just, you know, and it's gonna help other people as well to understand what to do when they're in similar situations. You know, that's just it's helping. It's helping other people.
People need to know that this stuff is normal. This stuff is going on a normal basis, on an everyday basis with them. All you have to do is Google Kim A. Brown of Columbus Division of Police, and you'll see where Attorney Shemansky said that she was in there tampering with records, falsifying court records. So, and Shemansky is a top attorney in Columbus, Ohio. He represents, he's a high-profile attorney, so he has a lot of integrity in the city. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's not anything we're making up, but this is a culture for them, and Maureen O'Connor is upholding it. She's upholding it, but yeah, we're gonna suck it to them motherfuckers.
Not stressful at all.
It's not stressful at all
because
it's basically it's like a snowball rolling down the hill, rolling down a snowy mountain. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and once it hit, it's going to create more damage. So I mean, they don't know it yet, but they've lost. They don't know it yet though, but they're about to find out.
It's just funny just sitting back and just watching everything and just having this perception of lawyers and judges like all these years, and just sit back and just watch them. You know, we sit back and watch what they're doing, and it's just it's unbelievable, man. It really is. It's like, I mean, I don't give a fuck what kind of fraternity you're in.
And you know, and everything that we talk about in these videos on this channel is protected under the provisions of the Constitution. That's why we say all constitutional vote non-way and all constitutional rights invoke non-way, because you cannot transfer a constitutional right, which is an inalienable right, into a crime. You can't do that.
They just didn't know who they were messing with. They didn't expect them. I'll tell you that right now. That threw them off guard. Make somebody some dumb nigga and looking at where somebody came from and thought it was gonna be an easy win. We know how to fight over here. Ain't no pussies over here. Look at that, baby. Ain't no pussies, no cowards over here. So you gonna get you a nice good fight. That's what you gonna get. And we looking good. While we doing it, we looking good.
We look real good doing it.
I won't even notice. I'll be too busy looking good. What's that? You know where that from? That Jim Carrey on that Enter the Dragon? I won't even notice. I'll be too busy looking good. I'll be too busy looking good. Looking good. Gangs across the boards going through this shit. It wouldn't even look like we going through anything. You wouldn't even believe it. People, gym people that see it on, they wouldn't even believe the shit that we going through. Because we don't even look, we don't look like we going through it. Because we know what we doing. We know what we doing. Right here. No emotions. Right here. Right here. Y'all gonna learn to really do your thorough research before you really start fucking with somebody. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do for next time, for the future. Before you decide to start committing a crime, engaging in criminal activity. But anyway, an hour and 2 minutes. So look, we about to get off here. We about to go back to the dungeon. And thanks for viewing. We appreciate you guys' support. These aren't random. When we get on a line like this, these are pretty random. But yeah, we do for another video soon, because I think it's been a week. And
we'll be filling you guys in on some more things that we have coming up. But it's going to be an interesting outcome. So just stay tuned, keep watching, keep supporting, and keep learning.
Keep learning. Because this is. I mean, I don't know. Are there other many channels out there giving up this type of information?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, this. Yeah, I'll be definitely taking notes and really learning from a lot of the stuff that we're sharing, because this stuff is applicable. This ain't no theory or nothing. This is applicable. This is applicable. But yeah, you guys take it easy, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks for being on. Peace out, the Second Stoppers.